Allah, Muhammad Rasulullah.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين أبي القاسم محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين. In the name of God, the compassionate, the merciful, praise be to Allah, the sustainer of the world, and peace be upon Muhammad and his descendants. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In our last session, we have explained that according to Imam Ali, peace be upon him, the most furthest people and the worst enemy of the ruler is the one who is looking for the shortcoming of people. Imam says, وَلْيَكُنْ أَبْعَدُ رَئِيَّتِكَ مِنْكَ وَأَشْنَأَهُمْ عِنْدَكَ. The word ashna is coming from shana'an, and shana'an means enmity and hostility. We have a verse in the Quran says, وَلَا يَجْرِمَنَّكُمْ شَنَآنَ قَوْمٍ عَلَىٰ أَلَّا تَعْدِلُوا اِعْدِلُوا هُوَ أَقْرَبُ لِلتَّقْوَىٰ. Don't let your animosity, enmity with people, to take away your ability to treat people with fairness, equity, and justice. اِعْدِلُوا هُوَ أَقْرَبُ لِلتَّقْوَىٰ. Be just in all the circumstances. This is closer to be a pious person. So the word shana'an and means enmity, and ashna'ahum that we have in this verse means the worst of your enemy, your worst enemy that must be furthest from you is the one who is looking for shortcoming of people. So a ruler must rule among people with optimism, with a correct approach to people. So those who are trying to bring up the shortcoming of people, these people are evil according to Imam Ali, and the wali or the ruler must distance himself from such a people. Then Imam Ali continues to say, فَإِنَّ فِي النَّاسِ عُيُوبًا. People are not infallible, and people have some shortcomings, some weaknesses. Al-wali أَحَقُّ مَنْ سَتَرَهَا. This is the responsibility of the governor to cover these shortcomings. فَلَا تَكْشِفَنَّ أَمَّا غَابَ عَنْكَ مِنْهَا. Don't try to disclose, don't try to uncover what is hidden from you. If it is hidden, just leave it to be hidden, and don't try to dig it out. Don't try to find out what's going on. So فَلَا تَكْشِفَنَّ أَمَّا غَابَ عَنْكَ مِنْهَا. If it is hidden from you, you have no responsibility. Don't go to people's privacy and private aspect of their life. وَإِنَّمَا عَلَيْكَ تَطْهِيرُ مَا ظَهَرَ لَكَ مِنْهَا. If a weakness, a shortcoming is apparent, and people can see it, this is your responsibility to purify this weakness, to correct this weakness. What does it mean, this statement? According to some commentaries on Nahjolbalaghah, Imam Ali is saying that if there is mistakes, apparent mistakes in society, you are responsible to correct that mistake. And if the person is to be punished, okay, you will do it in order to correct this society from, to purify the society from such kind of, great mistakes or sins. وَاللَّهُ يَحْكُمُ عَلَى مَا غَابَ عَنْكَ. God will judge about what is hidden from you. So you are not responsible for the private aspect of life of people. If people are making mistakes in their backyard, you are not responsible to go and check out what's going on. That's one meaning of one of the translation of this statement. There are some other commentaries with regard to the same statement. فَإِنَّمَا عَلَيْكَ تَطْهِيرُ مَا ظَهَرَ لَكَ. It is your responsibility to purify what is apparent to you. Does it mean, according to this, the second, commentary, it is not your responsibility to punish people from what happened. You must purify. It means that you try to purify your understanding of the story. Just try to justify it. As much as possible, say, no, I make mistake. It was not such a case. It was not mistake. There was not such, shortcoming. You try to justify it. So this purification is going back to my understanding, to your understanding of society as the ruler of society. And it is not only, the sole responsibility of the ruler. It is the responsibility of every believer, every mu'min. When I hear something from about other people, even when I see something from people, I have to justify what I have seen. For example, if it is the month of Ramadan, during the fasting time of Ramadan, you see your people, your friend is going to a restaurant. You should say, okay, maybe he's, going to wash his hands. Maybe he's going to take food for someone else who is sick at home. Maybe he himself is sick. Maybe he was, troubled and, he arrived after the azan to the city, and so it is not his responsibility to fast. So you have to find a way to justify. Even if some of the great scholars say that if you see someone going to alcohol store, say maybe he wants there just to advise a person, to talk to him, to preach him, to advise him not to sell alcohol. So for any reason, we should justify the action and behavior of other people. We have to look at the very right way, the correct way. Even we have a hadith that it is responsibility of a believer if your brother, if your sister is doing something, you should just justify it, put in a better way, say, no, I make mistake. His intention was something else. We have another hadith that it is responsibility of a believer to cover, to justify 70 great sins. 70 kabira, what we have in the hadith. 70 kabira. You have to justify 70 sins of people. 70 great sins of people. Now, we would be very shocked when we see such kind of hadith. On the other hand, we see people, when they see just a mistake from people, they try to put it, in Facebook. They try to put it, in their different emails to people that this person has done such and such action. This is great sin according to Islam. If it is true, it is ghaibah, it is gossiping. And if it is wrong, it's lie, it's, tuhma or accusation. And both are haram, both are forbidden. You as Muslim, we as Muslims should not play with the reputation of people. الدماء والفروج والأعراض, blood, reputation of people, and anything which is, playing with these two things to bring, the reputation of people into question, or causing people to fight with each other, or bloodshed. These are great, great sins before God. We have many, many hadiths about these issues. For example, we have a hadith from ImamAli, peace be upon him. He says, طوبى لمن شغله عيبه عن عيوب الناس. Blessed is the one whose own shortcoming occupy him from thinking about other people's shortcomings. Actually, if I'm looking on other people, I cannot see myself. It is my responsibility in my daily life to focus on my own shortcomings in order to correct myself. It is not my business what other people are doing. Yes, if I see something and I cannot justify it, I have to do, Amr Ma'ruf and Nahy Munkar. I have to tell people, suggest people, to do the good and righteous deed, and to stop doing, something haram or forbidden. But it is not my responsibility to look for the shortcoming of people. My responsibility is muhasabatun nafs, to look at myself. What kind of shortcoming I have? I should be grateful to those who present my shortcomings to me. Someone comes to me, or send me an email in private, or phone me, or just in private session he's going to talk to me about some of the mistakes that I have, some of the weakness or shortcomings that I have. I should be grateful to him. But this criticism must be in private meeting. In Islam, in the hadith we have, you are not supposed to criticize someone in front of other people. This is contradictory to what we see in some of the societies. When they see their friends, they start complaining about their wives, they are complaining about their children, they are complaining about their parents, they are complaining about other people. No, that's wrong. To complain about someone in front of someone stranger or someone who does not know about that story. Another hadith that is very interesting also, Imam Ali, peace be upon him, says, ليكن آثر الناس عندك من أهدى إليك عيبك وأعانك على نفسك. The most preferable people for you, the one that you love them, is the one who is going to present to you your shortcomings. وَأَعَانَكَ عَلَى نَفْسِكَ. Those people who are going to help you to show you your weakness. We have another hadith says, الْمُؤْمِنُ مِرْآةُ الْمُؤْمِنِ. A believer is a mirror for other believer. What is mir'at is going to do? Mir'at is going to show both the positive and negative things. So if I'm going to approach someone, I should not always just try to criticize and blame and blame and blame and blame in such a way that he or she loses his or her confidence in himself and herself. We have in another hadith that too much blame is causing, a person to be a stubborn person. He or she is not going to listen at all. A mirror will show both the beauty and ugliness if I have in my face. So my good brother would tell me what kind of weakness that I have, at the same time, he or she does not destroy my, confidence in myself. So, we should not focus on people's shortcomings, but about our own shortcomings. Let me just give you another hadith. It says, من تتبع خفيات العيوب حرم الله مودات القلوب. The one who is trying to look at the shortcomings of people that they have in their own private life, God will prevent this person from the love of the heart. People don't like such people, or trying to bring up other people's shortcomings. One more hadith says, "Man abana laka an uyubik fahuwa waduduk." Your friend is the one who is bringing it to you in private. I would like to emphasize, in the one who is bringing to you your own shortcomings, in order that you can fix yourself. Let's go back to the text itself. So Imam says, فَإِنَّمَا عَلَيْكَ تَطْهِيرُ مَا ظَهَرَ لَكَ. It is your responsibility to purify, to justify other people's actions if it is apparent to you. وَاللَّهُ يَحْكُمْ عَلَى مَا غَابَ عَنْكَ. And if it is hidden from you, then God would be the judge. You have no responsibility. So this statement, فَإِنَّمَا عَلَيْكَ تَطْهِيرُ مَا ظَهَرَ لَكَ, as I mentioned, has two, there's possibility of two meanings that I have mentioned. فاستر العورة ما استطعت يستر الله منك ما تحب ستره من رعيتك. Cover any privacy from people. Cover any weakness of people, ما استطعت, as much as you can. يستر الله منك ما تحب ستره من رعيتك. If you cover people's shortcomings, Allah would cover those of your shortcomings which you would like to remain under cover from people. Then Imam, peace be upon him, he mentioned something different with regard to the administration and society. Imam says, وَأَطْلِقْ عَلَى النَّاسِ عُقْدَةَ كُلِّ حَقْدٍ وَاخْتَ عَنْكَ سَبَبَ كُلِّ بِتْرٍ. Imam says, unfasten from people every knot of hatred. وَاخْتَ عَنْكَ سَبَبَ كُلِّ بِتْرٍ. Cut from yourself the cause of every enmity. What does this statement mean? There are again two different opinions with regard to this statement. أطلق عن الناس عقدة كل حقد. One commentary is trying to refer this statement to the hatred and complexity among people. According to this interpretation, Imam Ali is saying, you are the governor of the society, must be careful not to let any enmity be growing among people. Try to fix their relationship. Make sure that people have nothing against each other. Especially in the tribal society in the ancient times, every tribe was looking for their own interests. And for many years, sometimes some tribes were, fighting with each other, blood fight, So Imam Ali is saying that make sure that if there is any knot of hatred among people, you should fix it. Don't let it go. If there is any misunderstanding among people, fix it. That's one translation. So this statement, according to this interpretation, is referring to the responsibility of the ruler with regard to the hatred among people themselves. Another translation, or another commentary about this statement, is to say, no, Imam Ali is talking about the relationship between the ruler himself and people. Imam says, أطلق عن الناس, unfasten from people every knot of hatred. Don't let people have any hatred from you. If people are upset from you, if you are not acting with transparency, if your government is not a transparent government, in your decision, in your plan, if you leave any possibility of hatred for people, then this will not going to stay there. This may grow up in such a way, leading to uprising to people, or sometimes to revolution against you. We have a proverb in Persian. We say, "Hazar dost kam ye dushman ziyad." 1,000 friends are little, and one enemy is a lot. So the governor should not take for granted that I'm the governor. I have the power. I have the army. Everyone is obeying me. So there's nothing threatening or jeopardizing my situation, my power. No. Imam says, every knot of hatred among people, because your government is not acting with transparency, you are not transparent government, or there is some misunderstanding among people that create hatred among people, this must be dealt with. You must try to explain for people and to remove such kind of hatred among people. Sometimes even the governor, in some circumstances, must apologize from people if his words, his statements, his decisions unwillingly harm some people, and people are hurt. By apologizing, this may remove the hatred from people's heart. Then Imam says, وَلَا سَبَبَ كُلِّ وَتْرٍ وَقْتَ عَنْكَ سَبَبَ كُلِّ وَتْرٍ. Wet means enmity, adabat, hostility. Imam says, cut from yourself, cut away from yourself the cause of every enmity. This statement, this sentence, confirmed what we have said in the previous sentence. That if you leave any point of enmity among people, that some people hate you because of your action, because of your behavior, because of your mistakes, because maybe you have acted arrogantly in society, because you didn't give people right to say the words, maybe you didn't consult them. If people are upset from you and they are feeling that they have some kind of enmity within their heart toward you, this will jeopardize your power. Imam Ali, peace be upon him, says to Malik Ashtar, you must unfasten every knot of hatred and to cut away from people, from yourself, every cause of enmity. Then Imam says, وَتَغَابَ عَنْ كُلَّ مَا لَا يَدَحُ لَكَ, that you have to تغاب عن كل ما لا يدح لك. I will explain about this statement because it needs some time to explain this statement. I will leave it for next time, and then pray to God that inshallah God give us tawfiq and opportunity to spend more time about this epistle of Imam Ali, peace be upon him, which is a good source of teachings for morality, ethics, for administrations and government, and for the Charter of Human Rights. Inshallah, we'll deal with the rest of the letter in another session. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi